All right. So, there has been what appears to be almost certain confirmation, it seems, perhaps, in regards to Combat Pack 2. I know I covered a couple of leaks a couple of weeks ago, whatever it was, right? But it would seem that, yeah, MK's dead, man. MK, if this Combat Pack actually comes out, it's dead. There's no recovering from this, right? There's just nothing good. Now, the video was put out by Interloco. He said he found 6 DLC characters, 2 arenas, and 5 announcers. 5 new announcers, 100% confirmed, right? And the characters, and at least the 6 characters they found. Now, we sort of have been thinking about Ghostface. I've seen the leaks about Conan and T-1000 for a while now. But they would just seem really weird. Like, just really weird, right? Just, I don't know, like, did they just throw stuff at a wall? You know? Have all the different names up on a board and throw darts and go, whichever one it hits, we'll put in the game. Now, having Cyrax and Sector and Noob Saibot in there, obviously this is not including, I would assume, story DLC characters. So this would just be like a combat pack, right? All men too, by the way, right? Like, it's interesting how, you know, despite how progressive NetherRealm are, they're not giving those ladies. Just saying. Now, some of those ladies could be unlocked in the story DLC if story DLC comes out, which I'm assuming it will, right? If the story DLC goes ahead, okay. And I encourage everyone to go to Interloco's channel to check out the video. But this is bad news. Like I don't care for Ghostface. I love Conan and T-1000 as characters from the movies, but I don't need them in a video game, right? This obsession with guest characters is getting way out of hand, and they're not even trying anymore to try and make them fit. A lot of people really like Spawn in MK11, and I think that's because it actually felt like Spawn was a character that would fit the universe, right? Not many characters fit the MK universe. I've always spoken about how something like Ghost Rider, a character like Ghost Rider, right, would fit the MK universe because of the connection with NetherRealm or Hell, that sort of thing, right? So, you know, I don't know, man. I just like this sort of stuff. This is normie. This gets the normies, right? This is the stuff that sort of goes, oh my god, I get to play as Liquid Man, right? And since they've already gotten Conan's face before, aka Terminator, right? Just de-age it. Then they're probably just actually, yeah, I just realized that shit. Yeah, they're just wow, they're cutting corners. If they've already got the motion capture and then they just de-age it, they could just simply apply it to Conan. They'll apply it to Conan with Kotal Khan's moveset. You think about it. What's Kotal Khan's weapon? Big ass broadsword, right? Now these 3 characters, right? These 3 characters would be great, okay? Because we've seen the quality of them. Like, we saw how good they looked in MK11 in the story, right? The cameo character looks, like the classic character looks, are great. So obviously they would be redone as a main character. They wouldn't be left just in their classic costume. Although classic costume would be an alternate, I would assume. Although I thought the same thing about Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and we don't even have access to their cameo outfit for main character. Ever ask yourself that question? If we got duplicates in the roster, why didn't we have access to that cameo outfit too? So, I don't know, man. Like, and then of course this was a shot, right? It says here from the thinning I've heard that from a little birdie that T-1000 is back on the table, which means that the September data mines are still accurate. Right. Now it also mentions in here characters like Jade, which we talked about in previous leaks. Nobody asked. Listen, like the whole Johnny Cage WW2 thing, right? Like that could be a skin for Janet, perhaps. I don't know. Right. If we scroll down a bit, he says Harumi is probably a skin for Scorpion or Cameo Scorpion. Johnny from the story DLC is a skin as well, probably for Janet. Meat, Chronica, and Triborg are cameos, or Cyrax and Sector will be replaced with Triborg, and that will include Cyber Sub-Zero. As for the rest, like Cyborg and Madame Bo, I have no idea. Right? Who knows? Could be a red herring. Right? Who knows? But why do they, like, if they bring back these combat kids, what fucking universe is anyone asking for this bullshit? Like, who's asking for this crap? Seriously? The combat kids. Now, if you design Cassie the way that she was meant to be designed, I did a video a while ago showcasing her original design for Cassie Cage. You put that in the game, that's a whole different conversation, right? But we know what she's going to look like. She's going to be some half-shaved, lesbian-looking fucking idiot, right? Because this is what NetherRealm do. Unless they're like releasing a combat pack where it's all men. Very interesting. I mean, think about it. The NetherRealm is releasing yet another all-male combat pack, if this is indeed true, right? All-male pack. And then, right, they put the women on the bench. They put the black people on the bench. Ooh, NetherRealm. Going to be accused of the waste system in the biggest way. I don't give a shit. Right. Anyway, this is a fail. If this actually happens, this is a fail. This is 100% a fail. Dickheads out there are going to get so excited about this crap, this what I've highlighted, that proves exactly why Mortal Kombat is lost. You don't care about Mortal Kombat authenticity. If you're a real fan of Mortal Kombat and you think this shit is cool, you don't care about the authenticity of MK. You never did, right? It's a joke. You're a joke, and you should be ashamed of yourself and hand in your Mortal Kombat card, right? Because I didn't buy a fucking Mortal Kombat game to play as guest characters. I bought Mortal Kombat to play Mortal Kombat, right? With Mortal Kombat characters in a Mortal Kombat universe of established characters and settings and stuff like that. Not fucking play as these guest characters because Warner Brothers and their stupid ass boardroom think that this is how we get the normies. The game is dying. The game is dying across every metric you can imagine, and yet despite that, they keep doing this shit and wondering why. Like, gee, I don't know. What could it be? At this point, as I've stated many times before, Mortal Kombat should just be sold off. Warner Brothers is tanking across every metric too. All of their IPs are failing. Because they don't seem to understand what makes a good game outside of making sure they tick boxes so they get their little tax breaks. Right. What do you expect? Right? This is I'm sorry, this is crap. Like, I don't want to play as Conan and T-1000 and Ghostface. I want to play as Conan in, say, a Conan game. Or T-1000 in, say, a Terminator game where you actually get to play as a T-1000 or something like that. Not fucking in Mortal Kombat just so I can go... Yeah, as if that's not going to look weird. It looks weird with these comic book hero type characters already in MK1. Half the stages, they just look out of place. Like when the characters are fighting on the stages, right? Because they don't suit the setting. The setting is a Mortal Kombat setting, not a superhero setting. If you took those characters and stuck them on the backgrounds sorry, on the stages of say an Injustice game. Yeah. Graphical fidelity and all, like obviously, but yeah, they look like they'd fit. But they don't fit because this is shit. And they keep wondering why people are leaving the game in droves. Apart from all the other issues wrong with the game, these are more reasons why people leave the game in droves. Right? They just don't fucking learn. They just don't learn. Right? That's why people get most excited when they drop a Mortal Kombat character over a DLC character, like a guest character. Because we're craving Mortal Kombat characters. If this is true, right? And I covered the previous leaks, right? The only character, if that Kombat Pack 2 leaks would end up being true, and Doomslayer was a character, right? Doomslayer fits. Demons, Hell, Doomslayer, right? Ghost Rider, Netherrealm, Hell, that fits. Same with Spawn, Hell, makes sense, right? There's thought process into that as to why it would make sense for particular guest characters to be a part of it. How the fuck does it fit in? The only reason why they're doing this, apart from the normie crap, is because they'll justify it and go, oh, but it's multiverse. It's the multiverse. And not just multiverse, multi-timeline. Because you can't get Conan. There was no Conan in a modern setting. Conan is set in ancient times. Right? Fuck! I seriously don't understand how people get excited for this shit. How do you get excited for it? I love Conan the Barbarian. Older Conan the Barbarian. Great movies. Love Terminator. Okay. I don't care for the comic book characters that they put in already. Fucking don't give a shit. Especially the way that The Boys is turning out now, going all woke. Right? I don't understand how people get excited for this, right? This is for children. This is how you get children, right? Big, bright, beautiful colors. This is what this is to these sorts of fans. Just waving, oh, look what we got. Look at the candy. Anyway, catch you next time.